In November 2012, the School Reform Commission announced plans to close 36 Philadelphia schools. The closures would have represented around 15% of the city's public schools and would save an estimated $28 million a year for the school district. The closures were due to a decline in enrollment, lack of funding due to poor academic performance, and growing budget deficits. Announcements of school closings filled news headlines as public uproar ensued. Hundreds of children, parents, and teachers protested the closings, demanding each student receive a safe and fulfilling education. Community members gathered while the School Reform Commission held hearings to reevaluate the closure of the 27 proposed schools. Councilman Curtis Jones Jr. voiced his concern about the safety of students who are forced to be reassigned to schools in other neighborhoods after the closings. He felt school mergers would create an atmosphere conducive to breeding rivalries and fights as new students from completely dissimilar communities were made to matriculate together. In April of 2013, Bernard Scott, a 17-year-old innocent bystander of a fight at Tustin Playground, was fatally shot after two teens pulled out guns and started shooting. The shooting happened right across the street from Overbrook High School, where Scott attended. A survey taken by parents whose children attend Overbrook revealed the concerns parents were having about areas right outside the school to be unsafe. Councilman Jones shared and understood these concerns regarding the school closures and mergers.
It's so hard.
Councilman Jones worked tirelessly with the school district and stakeholders to create a safe environment for students transitioning to new schools in the fall of 2013. He helped forge the Safe Avenues Plan, which is a program allowing volunteers to look after students to ensure they are able to travel to and from school safely.
As an alumni of Overbrook and an alumni of Wimberly, I understand how getting to school may be as challenging as any class, any course that you would face. So what we've done is a cooperation between the 19th Police District, the school district, SEPTA, the House of Umoja, Town Watch, and the school police to try to create a partnership. It's a safe passage program that deals with a little bit of technology, cameras, but cameras without live eyes on them are less effective. So the mayor has allowed the Real-Time Crime Center in South Philadelphia to be a part of it. So when our young people are dismissed from school, there'll be live eyes on them walking up and down the corridors.
And a great amount of the credit for that goes to Councilman Curtis Jones, who said, no, 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 not this school. We're not closing this one. We're actually going to invest in it. And I was excited to hear about the idea and certainly to support it. And we know SLA, and I know SLA, and I've been to SLA. This is a perfect opportunity for their expansion right here in our community.
We need to make sure that our young people know how important education truly is. And this is a day full of promise and potential, the beginning of any school year. Young people who graduated from our schools have done extraordinary things throughout the city and the country and the world. We have to be uncompromising in our commitment to ensuring that these young people get a quality education. We're going to do that. We're marching for that today, but today is just the beginning because we're going to do it every single day that we're breathing. Thank you very much.
Now, you can't have a conversation on education and just talk about going back to school without talking about the broader issues. You got the congressman here, you got the mayor here, you got the councilman here, you got the superintendent here, you got the senator here. Let me be real clear about why we're having these difficult problems right now. And I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, but I'm going to go there. You Can't stop me this time. Can't stop me this time.
Yeah.
All right?
Go ahead.
This governor is putting in to basic education funding across the Commonwealth $250 million less than what was spent in 2009. For the record, this city council and this mayor have put more funding into education than any city council and any mayor in the history of this city.
We can't be complacent because we got a whole bunch of people here today. We have to be vigilant every day to make sure that our children have what we need. We have to be vigilant in our neighborhoods. We have to be vigilant in the city of Philadelphia, and we need to be vigilant in Harrisburg and in city council to make sure we have the funds that our children need and deserve. The mayor said it best. I walked with a young lady today to school, Dacian. She spent a great summer doing a whole bunch of activities. And I said, what are you looking forward to? She said, I'm looking forward to seeing my friends, and I'm looking forward to math class. She's a 7th grader. She said, I'm looking forward to math class. Ladies and gentlemen, our students aren't talking about funding and funding shortfalls. They're coming to school to get a quality education. We owe them nothing short of a quality education. It's going to take a collective investment from all of us, a collective voice from all of us, a collective vigilance from all of us to ensure that the school district children here in Philadelphia receive nothing less than all of the educational funding, the resources, and the education that's going to prepare them for a global economy.
Well, we're back at the school up on the hill, Overbrook High School. It's been a wonderful day of back to school, a day that wasn't promised. We had all kinds of challenges, from school closures, of which we've been spared here at Overbrook, to questions about funding, whether or not there would be enough money to even open on September 9th, and we've managed to do that. The issue for us is twofold. One, a dedicated funding source so that every year we shouldn't go through this. It's like putting a donut tire on a automobile that needs to have a safety tires, and that comes from Harrisburg, whether it's in the form of a tax for sales, or whether it's in the form of a tax for tobacco. Doesn't matter to these kids in this school. They care about, and all they should care about, is what to wear, what to study, and what courses to take, and how to be successful in life. We're also looking at the second prong, which is safety. A young man lost his life here about 6 months ago named Bernard Scott. He was a good kid and went to this school. He was shot as an innocent bystander watching a fight. If you look at the rec center across the street, when they did a sweep, the police, they found 4 handguns in a rec center. And we've been able to work with the recreation department to install cameras, the school district to reinforce those cameras so that we have a line of sight. We're working with SEPTA to look at how transportation plays a part. So what we're doing is a holistic safety approach that includes volunteers that will come out and not be safeties, but be town watch. And the reason that is because if we say we love these kids, we cannot be afraid of them. We have to engage with them. We have to find out what's going on in their world and help them along their way to a safe, productive life. So we're working together with the school board, with the city, with volunteers over at the Tuscan Recreation Center, whether it's the Men of Tuscan or the Advisory Council, to figure out how we patch together the things that our young people need. Stay tuned for more. We have more announcements. This is the first day, but it won't be the last day. Thank you.
In addition, the Monday morning roll call program allows the Office of Councilman Jones to have weekly conferences with public school principals and other community leaders. These calls create an avenue to discuss disruptive or violent events that may have happened in the previous week. After countless hearings, the School Reform Commission voted to close only 24 schools. One of the schools saved was the 4th District's Denver-Beaver Middle School. As the chairman of the Committee on Public Safety, Councilman Jones views safe schools, inside and out, as a high priority of his educational platform. That's why he's advocated for youth court programs in the 4th District schools, which allows students to gain knowledge regarding the law system while simultaneously helping them become active citizens and leaders in the community. Youth courts are known to reduce juvenile recidivism, school violence, and bullying. With the announcements of the school closures as well as budget deficits, Councilman Jones has worked extensively to establish new education options for students residing in the 4th District. The Science Leadership Academy, in partnership with the Franklin Institute, was brought to Beaver Middle School. Overbrook High School established a relationship with Harrisburg University and is working to bring college-level courses in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math programs. Capital funding and operating dollars were allocated to Overbrook High School, which opened a career technical education component in automotive technology and building maintenance shop classes. The KIPP, or Knowledge is Power program, Du Bois Collegiate Academy, expanded education options with its new campus located on 50th and Parkside.